Welcome back to the guest bedroom makeover and final installation on this headboard. Last video was painting and attempting to put up wallpaper and not really doing so. But this video, I am going to finish the wallpaper and I'm going to finish the headboard. And you are going to get a reveal on this bedroom makeover. I'm ready to put this DIY to bed and move on to the next thing. Although I had my new order of wallpaper from Funky Paper Co., I decided to move on to the headboard and start installing these panels permanently. I started this project in January of 2023, and here I am at the end of 2024, finally finishing it. As you can see, I am using my trusty air compressor and nail gun attachment to get the little wood brackets that I made up on the wall. And then from there, I am literally nailing down into the top of the panels, through them, and into the brace pieces. I do think I'm going to skip these two for now. So far, so good. See, look at that. So when if this DIY ever comes down, you just have to pull pull the rods out, which is amazing. So I'll paint over that, but I just think there's no reason to cover up that section of the wall because the bed will always cover it. That might be upside down. I think that is correct. Let's see. It was in fact not correct. It was upside down. And here I put it right side up, and then I go and turn it upside down again. I don't know why I did that. But now this one panel has the sheen of the velvet opposite from the rest of the panels. That's why it looks lighter. But thankfully that one is mostly behind the bed. Okay, there is a bit of space. What you're watching now is me trying to figure out how I can fix this without making new panels. Dang it. I really don't want to make any more panels, but I also want this headboard to be perfect and beautiful. There's about an inch of space, and I know it's because I squished everything together to try and make sure there weren't any gaps, but in doing so, I have definitely caused a bit of a delta between my original measurements and what I'm seeing now. But I can at least get these two panels up, and I can put the braces up on the wall for those two, and then make two more panels in the morning. Just got back from the store with new stretcher strips, and as you can see, perfect fit. Let's go make some more. I cannot express to you how badly I do not want to be making more of these GDAM panels, but it is not all rainbows and butterflies when it comes to DIY, so we press on. Oh my God, and of course I did a million effing staples, damn it. These take about 10 minutes to make without deconstructing, so I'm imagining deconstructing is gonna take about 10 minutes. God, I did so many staples. What is wrong with me? Okay. So obviously I was incredibly enthused about making these two panels. Hindsight, I guess I could have bought 16-inch stretcher strips as well, and then I wouldn't need to deconstruct, but it was nice being able to reuse a lot of the material from these original panels. So even though it took more time, it was technically less money in supplies. So it just depends on which you would rather. And I was correct. It did take about 10 minutes to get these apart. But I was so fed up with this that it took me only 5 minutes to make the new ones. I was powering through this process, and they turned out fine. So as you can see, the classic stapling all together, my little hospital corners to create my final 2 panels. That had to have been a record. All right. Boom. These are gonna be really tight. It's like exactly 12 inches. I was actually gonna buy 11-inch wide stretcher strips, but they only had 2 and I need 4. So that was the craft gods telling me you're doing 12 inches. So we're gonna get, I am gonna put the Scotch double mount tape here, but I really don't think we're gonna need it. I'm gonna wedge this in. I'm gonna nail it in. Again, I don't think we're gonna need it because I think these are gonna be very solid. And then top one, and then we're done. I need to make sure, there we go. I need to make sure I have these ones right side up. It's hard to tell, but there's one over here that's upside down. So the colorway of the velvet is opposite, but it'll mostly be behind the bed. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh yeah, that is not going anywhere. Double check that this will be good up here. Is that upside down? I can't tell. Looks so good. I am gonna have to do something for a top piece, but for now, it looks fantastic. Even though I have the wallpaper to finish, I'm dying to see what this headboard looks like with the bed back in place. So I'm gonna do that now, and then after that we will finish this wallpaper, and then just a little bit of cleaning up and decorating, and this bedroom makeover will be complete. Putting this bed back in place really just got me so excited for this makeover. Like, doing those panels over again was so worth it because it looks so amazing. I do want to get new side tables because these little nightstands are so wimpy, but that'll be for another day. Here it all is put together. Just pretend like there's wallpaper there. I just had to see the vision. It really does look so good. This will all be covered by wallpaper. And here are those 12-inch panels I had to create. I did also get my new batch of wallpaper. I purchased enough to redo the whole wall. So let's see how this goes. All right, it is the next weekend, and I am just going to fill in the bottom. There's about an inch between the bottom of the panels and the baseboard. So I'm just gonna go in and fill in some white spots, and I'm also going to fill in the wall where I decided to not put panels. I put it in the video before, but I just left them out because there's no reason to cover that wall outlet. And I just like to use a container of wipes, so if the paint drips anywhere it's not supposed to, I can just quickly wipe it up. It's crazy how much lighter it is when it's wet. I mean, I guess that's kind of the way it is with all paint. I don't even know why I'm doing this. You're not gonna see it. But I think that's good. So fun fact, this looks good, right? Like, it looks like it's all, like, we're good until here. Why did I buy enough wallpaper to redo the whole wall? It is because this whole area is actually just pieced together. I was using what I had remaining to try and get a repeating pattern up in this location. I didn't know anything about repeating patterns for wallpaper. This repeating pattern is 21 inches. So obviously this is not 21 inches, it's like 9 or 10. So I was I had wallpaper left, but I didn't have any that could repeat the pattern. So I was trying desperately to get it to work. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but that came off very, very easily. Like the quality of Funky Paper Co. Wallpaper is fabulous. Like no residue. It looks like it took off paint, but it didn't. We just didn't paint that all the way. So I am going to take all this down. It's incredible. Okay, so now it's all laid out. This is the left side of the wall. This is up and over the window, and then down the other side. So I've got them all lined up. It's actually pretty, these are very seamless. The seam is right here. And I was having trouble getting it to line up, you can see. So I'm excited that I shouldn't have that issue with this next set. I was pretty nervous to try this wallpaper a second time, but after watching a YouTube how-to for myself, I'll link that down below, and getting everything pulled off and starting fresh, I was able to line up these panels seamlessly. I do recommend, if you're gonna try peel and stick wallpaper for the first time, just pick a wall that's just a wall. No crown molding, no windows, just to simplify. But overall, felt so much better, and it looks fantastic.
Does it look good better? Is this?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, look at that. That's the seam right there.
Oh, I can't even see it.
Yeah. So it's going very well. The only thing is,
This looks good.
Thank you.
Oh, this looks very nice.
Thank you. I do want you to cut that corner again.
I will when I.
Okay, I just don't know how you did it. I was like, And then this one is good. I just need to figure out, like, what do I, this is good. That's all good. Like, I'm thinking, like, cut. Because I'm at the point where, like, I need to start making cuts, otherwise it's not gonna fit.
How'd you give me a moment in this?
It's just the little, like, around the edges that I get nervous with. Let it be known that even though he was complaining, Matthew cannot help himself and always gets involved with my projects. So sometimes it's nice to have that helping hand. So thank you to Matthew, and thank you to my mother. She's also roped into a lot of my DIYs whenever she's in town. Beautiful.
Leave me out of this.
Okay, thank you. Funky Paper Co. will do custom colors at no extra cost. My wallpaper is a custom color, so you can reach out and request, and they will get it done for you. Wallpaper is done, but I'm not showing you yet. First, I need to head over to the hardware store and grab a piece of trim or some sort of dowel to create the top piece for the headboard to hide the imperfections at the top. Let's see what they have. I am at the hardware store looking at potential trim pieces, and this stop trim, 3/4 inch by 1 inch, looks like it might be perfect. I was also looking in the dowels, but for the most part, they're just square or round. There's no rectangular shapes, so I think this is gonna have to do it. I was hoping for wood. This seems to be some sort of like PVC, so painting will be interesting, but looks like this is what I'm gonna have to go with. This actually looks like it's going to be perfect. Wow. So these are the PVC pieces that I got from the hardware store. Matthew actually cut them to size using a PVC cutter, and it was brilliant. So now I am just going to paint them olive marinade. Do not copy my painting technique that you're about to see, because I'm just being lazy. I don't want to get a paint tray dirty. Painting these PVC trim pieces olive marinade was definitely the move. I thought about doing wood pigeon for a minute, but these just blend seamlessly into the background of the headboard, which I love. As you can see, Matthew helped me out with the finish nailer, and then from there I filled in all the holes and repainted. So this is truly the last piece of the puzzle. It is done, and I am so excited for you to see it. I can't believe I'm finally saying this, but this guest bedroom is complete. Paint, wallpaper, and a DIY headboard. It looks fantastic. I do think I'll revisit this bedroom again just because I want some new nightstands. I do need to hang some things on the wall and just generally make it feel more lived in, but from a makeover standpoint, I couldn't be happier. So this won't be the last time you see this guest bedroom, but I am gonna flip the camera around and give you some final reveal action shots. Thanks again for watching.